located near the water park. Bring the whole family out to be a part of this great event because Carlsbad's adventures run deep. Ad paid for by Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you Bulldog Baseball on KSVP AM and FM and KSVPTV.com. Sports on KSVPTV.com is presented by Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, KFC of Artesia, ENMU Roswell, Kane Electric Supply, Guy Chevy, Castle Rentals, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center, and Presbyterian Medical Services, Frost Mortgage, Artesia Animal Clinic, Pop's Diner, Artesia Ford Sales, J.S. Warden Sun Insurance, La Fonda Restaurant, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Smile Expressions, Artesia General Hospital, TMJ Auto Repair, Edge Safety, Western Bank, New Hope Baptist Church, 42 Construction, Nels Floral, Bulldog Delivery, Ronnie Jackson Farmers Insurance, Cisco Equipment, Eastern New Mexico University Portales, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Forest Tire, Catalyst Church, Brandon Williams and Farm Bureau Insurance, H&R Block of Artesia, and Devon Energy. Now, let's play ball.
First American Bank offers mobile banking for our business and personal customers. With our mobile apps, you are able to check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds, set up transaction alerts, and more, all from the convenience of your phone at any time or from anywhere. Plus, with Snap Deposit, you can make deposits by taking a picture of the check with your phone. Shop your app store to download your mobile apps today. First American Bank, your community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
Summer vacation is here, but just because you're on vacation doesn't mean your teeth should be. Protect your teeth this summer with a few summer tooth tips. First, drink lots of water. Believe it or not, most of the problems start with a dry mouth. Keep yourself and your mouth hydrated and happy. Avoid sugary drinks and avoid chewing on ice. Sure, it cools you off, but it's not great for your teeth. Don't forget to brush and floss regularly and dry out your toothbrush. Save your teeth for summer's sake. These tooth tips brought to you by Dr. K. Youngren and Smile Expressions, 2520 Hermosa Drive, Artesia.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving Southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of Southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
Heart disease is one of the leading causes of death in New Mexico, but it is preventable. If you have high blood pressure or cholesterol, are overweight, smoke, or have other risk factors, it's time to take your health to heart. Artesia General Hospital's experienced cardiologists provide the latest diagnosis and treatment for heart health concerns with compassion. Request an appointment with Artesia General Hospital's cardiologist today at artesiageneral.com/heart and make your heart health a priority.
Good morning, New Mexico, and welcome once again to Lady Bulldogs softball action here on KSVP, AM and FM, and audio only at KSVPTV.com. It is the day that any high school athlete awaits. It is the state championship game for their sport. Today, it's softball 4A. And your Artesia Lady Bulldogs are going for their third state title in a row. And they're going to be taking on a really good team from the northwestern part of the state, the Gallup Lady Bengals. I'm Gene Dow. Here to bring you the play-by-play is Joby Hodling. And Joby, you've played sports. You've covered sports. You've had children that have played sports. What's it like being in the state championship game, either as a player, as a coach, as a parent? What's it like?
Well, for me as a player, it was a great experience. Played in the state championship game in the notorious tie with Lovington back in 1987. And it was a good experience other than tying. So we didn't win it, but we didn't lose it. So we were the co-champs. And it was an awesome feeling, awesome experience to be on the field in that atmosphere. As a parent, another great feeling as a parent, as an uncle, getting to watch my boys in a state game and then also watch my oldest son compete in the state track meet and winning a state title there, both with his team and as an individual. And then as an uncle, getting to watch my nephews both one of them played in 2 state games. The other one didn't get to play in a state game. But the state game is an awesome experience. As a fan, can't beat it. And as somebody that gets to call it on the radio, it is a lot of fun.
Well, the Lady Bulldogs have been here before. Matter of fact, conventional wisdom is they should have been here last year, but we didn't have spring sports last year. But thanks to the efforts of the NMAA and the athletic directors and school districts all across the state, we had an athletic season for all the sports this year. May not have gotten to play all the games that we wanted to play, but softball got 20 games in, and here we are in Albuquerque at the UNM softball field playing a state championship game. Even though it is in the month of June, we are playing a state championship game.
Yeah, and it's not even that hot up here. It's a warm day, but it's not over 100, so nice day here in Albuquerque. Bright blue, clear skies. The Artesia Bulldogs on the field while the Gallup Bengals get introduced. They're lining up on the first baseline, and the Gallup Bengals are black and orange and white just like we are. They're wearing white pants with high white socks, white jerseys with the orange numbers and the orange on the shoulders, and our Artesia Lady Bulldogs, who are fixing to be announced, they're wearing their solid black unis with the orange outlines and numbers and the high orange stirrup socks, so that everybody out there in Radio Land and here on Facebook and on KSVPTV.com know what they look like, since we can't broadcast it like we would normally, but of course we're doing it audio.
And the folks that are doing the video are right next to us, and they're already having arguments with the Artesia fans who are standing in front of their main camera.
Right.
So hopefully they'll get that all resolved here before the game is over. Let's talk about these two teams, Joby. We'll probably take a break here in just a little bit, but when you look at the Artesia Bulldogs, the pitcher, Crandall, that's probably the first name that comes to the top of the list when people talk about the Artesia Lady Bulldogs, Riley Crandall.
Yeah, the Gatorade Player of the Year is a junior. Just an overpowering pitcher. I believe she's already committed to D1 college in
Baylor.
And just a very, very outstanding pitcher, backed by an outstanding defense. And really, from top to bottom, a lot of speed in this Bulldog team and a lot of really good hitting. So even though they got the 2 seed this year, Gallup coming in with the number 1 seed. Gallup 20-2 on the season, as were the Bulldogs through the playoffs, 20-2 apiece. And then in District 1 4A, Gallup went undefeated, 10-0. The Artesia Bulldogs in District 4 4A, 11-1, splitting that second half of district with the Goddard Rockets. Both teams on paper look pretty evenly matched, obviously with the same records except for in district. And so looking forward to a great game here today at UNM softball field.
The only thing I can think of that was a difference would have been that loss to Goddard. We had 1 loss in district. They had no losses in district because the records were even, and there's a lot of other things that are similar. Crandall comes into the game having an ERA of .17. It's even gone down since she was announced as the Gatorade Softball Player of the Year for New Mexico. And looking at their pitcher, who is Haynes, she has an ERA of 1.35, both very respectable numbers. More on the pregame show coming up right after this timeout. Don't go away.
Hey, Bulldog fans, just like the Bulldogs, you too have a chance to win big on tire rotations and oil changes. TMJ Auto is giving away a free tire rotation and oil change every quarter of the year. Surf onto their website, tmjautorepair.com, and find the Register to Win tab. Your name will be placed in the drawing and no purchase necessary. Plus, find other great deals and savings on tmjautorepair.com.
Hey everybody, stuck at home? Let the folks at Artesia Ford Sales help you. If your car or truck needs service, Artesia Ford will come and pick it up and bring it back free of charge. This is available for customers who live within 15 miles of Artesia. So if you're stuck at home with the kids or work, don't worry about that needed oil change, recall, repair, or any other maintenance need. Artesia Ford will pick up and deliver for free within a 15-mile radius of Artesia. Artesia Ford Sales, we're here for you.
Say, does that star-spangled banner
I think that was, Leanne Rhymes. That sure sounded like the Leanne Rhymes version of my national anthem.
May have been.
She's not here, folks, but in spirit. Hey, one of the things I was looking at, Joby, as we get ready for this game is, we talked about the pitching, and Crandall has the better ERA of the two with a .17 ERA. She's only allowed 2 earned runs, 6 runs total, only 2 the entire season. Compare that to Haynes, who, by the way, is just a freshman. Crandall is a junior. Haynes he's a 1.35 ERA in her 17 appearances. She's allowed 26 runs, 15 of those earned. So she's allowed a lot more scoring against her team than what Crandall has in her pitching. On the offensive side of things, Joby, the Bulldogs have scored 211 runs. Gallup, 295. And that's quite a bit higher run performance and probably one of the better offensive teams that the Lady Bulldogs will have faced this whole season.
My guess is the best offensive team, maybe other than Carlsbad, that the Bulldogs have faced this season. And so we're ready to go as the Gallup Bengals are the visiting team, and the Artesia Bulldogs, that makes them, of course, the home team. Defensively for the Bulldogs, Kenna Morrison in left, Presley Skinner in center, and Riley Tucker in right. Nicelle Jimenez at third, Kenzie Carlo at short, McKaylee Morion at second, Brooke Kennebrew playing first, Perseus Aguilar catching, and Riley Crandall, the aforementioned Crandall, pitching. Leading off for the Gallup Bengals is number 5, the pitcher, S.J. Haynes, batting from the left side. We'll see if she's a lefty in the circle. And here's the first pitch of the 2021 State Softball Championships, and she slaps at it, and it is foul down the left side for strike 1. On deck is number 1, the right fielder, Brenna Becenti. And in the hole is the second baseman, number 3, Catherine Lincoln, for the Gallup Bengals, who again won their district 10-0 and are the number 1 seed here in the playoffs. Here's the pitch. She went. Strike 2 is, he didn't call it. And, he said she did not go.
She did not.
So ball 1, 1-1 now the count for Haynes, who will step back in on the left side. That pitch was up, and she was able to check her swing to take to ball 1. Aguilar sets up on that outside corner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped it into the glove for strike 2.
Haynes batting .603, 27 runs scored, 41 hits, and 35 RBI.
So here's the wind and the 1-2 from Crandall, and it's a little bit high for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. Brenna Becenti on deck, and Catherine Lincoln in the hole for the Gallup Lady Tigers. She steps back. Bengals. I said Tigers.
That's a tiger. Yeah, it's a kind of tiger.
I said the wrong name. All right, here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a pop fly right back towards us. Hits the netting and goes back into the field. So the count remains 2-2 to Haynes.
I was worried there for a minute.
Well, it looked like it was going to get over the top, but it hits right at the top of the net. All right, so the left-handed Haynes steps back in. 2-2 the count. Bulldogs playing pretty much straight away, although Presley Skinner has faded over to the left side of the field. There's strike 3. Beautiful curveball that broke from the outside across the middle of the plate. And that is out number 1 on the strikeout. And that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, number 1, Brenna Becenti.
.411 batter, 20 games played, 63 plate appearances. She has 23 hits and 16 RBI for this Gallup team.
All right, so 1 out. We've got the corners playing way up, which they were on the first set there. I said they were playing normal position both. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Tried that slap swing. She's also batting left-handed. Both Kennebrew and Jimenez, third and first basemen, coming up on this Bengal lineup so far. Everybody else playing normal spots. Here's the pitch. Did not go. High and tight for ball 1. And actually, one of the things that I've noticed is the Bulldogs leave the middle of the field pretty open, especially on the right side. But today, Carlo playing towards third base more so than normal. Here's the pitch. That's a slap swing, foul back into the net on the left side for strike 2. So 1-2 now the count to Becenti, the right fielder. On deck is the second baseman, number 3, Catherine Lincoln. And in the hole, the cleanup batter, the center fielder, number 9, Taylor Morgan, for the Gallup Bengals.
It's a lot of confidence in your pitcher to cover that middle middle gap there.
Yeah, it is, and then you got the center fielder out back, and that pitch is a little bit high for ball 2. So 2-2 now the count to Vicente. Again, Kennebrew over first and Jimenez at third, Carlo at short, and Morion at second. Morrison, Skinner, Tucker from left to right in the outfield, and that's a pretty standard lineup we've heard all year, but for the Bulldog fans that have tuned in, that ball fouled back. Again, a slap, kind of that running slap hit from the batter, and it goes back and over the netting here for a foul ball. So 2-2 the count. Some good at-bats here for the Gallup Bengals. We knew coming in, Gene, they're the number 1 seed. They haven't seen our pitcher, but they're getting the bat on the ball. The last 10 games I've done, the first 10 batters usually strike out fast. That ball is low and away, so a full count here. So 2 good at-bats for the Gallup Bengals to start things off as Vicente runs it full. And 1 out in the ballgame so far here in the top of the first inning as Crandall gets her pitch from the dugout. We'll see where Persea sets up. The Bulldog catcher, she's going to set up on the inner half of the plate to the pitch to the batter. It's hit there. It's just a chopper right back to Crandall, and that is out number 2 on the 1-3 put out. It's just a one hopper. She catches it, turns, throws it over to Kennebrew, and like I said, 1-3, and that is out number 2.
You know, team batting average, Gallup 477 versus 383 for Artesia. So this is shaping up to be a battle between can the Bulldog pitching slow down the Gallup offense,
and can the Bulldog offense come alive? That's right. All right, so the third batter, Catherine Lincoln, steps in on the right side, the second baseman. She pops it up, and there's Perseus Aguilar, makes a great play. Perseus came out, she read that perfectly, Gene. She pops out of her stance, goes towards the Bulldog dugout in foul territory, and makes the catch, and that is out number 3 on the pop slide. No runs, no hits, no errors. Faced 3 and retired 3. We've played half an inning. The score 0-0.
Put the good back in good old-fashioned with Pop's Diner. With classic favorites like burgers, gourmet hot dogs, salads, family-size meals, old-fashioned shakes, malts, and banana splits. And even one-of-a-kind favorites like the donut burger. Enjoy $1 tacos every Taco Tuesday. And Pop's Happy Hour features half-price drinks from 2 till 4 every day. Call in your order for quick pickup at 513-2000 or dine in at 1502 West Main in Artesia. Pop's Diner. Food and fun the way it used to be. Go Bulldogs.
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gilf with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they made me the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground. So come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. The late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
This is KSBT Artesia, K229AS Artesia, where the Bulldogs and the Lady Bulldogs come to play. And of course, we've got the audio going on KSVPTV.com, so you may be listening on Facebook or YouTube, and we are keeping the score. So the score bug you see on the video feed is up to date with the broadcast. Bottom of the first inning, Lady Bulldogs coming to bat. Joby, who's hitting first?
Number 13 pitcher, Riley Crandall, her normal spot in the leadoff position, and she'll step in on the left side. S.J. Haynes, the pitcher, the freshman pitcher. And here's the first pitch, outside, ball 1. So definitely going to try to stay away, my guess, from Crandall and probably most of the Artesia batters. Steph Charlie is her battery mate behind the plate, and I'll go through the rest of the defense here in just a moment. Here's the 1-0. Outside again. Ball, he caught a strike, so that curveball come back enough and caught the corner, so 1-1 the count. Adriana Lynn at third, Savannah Watson at short, Catherine Lincoln at second, Caitlin Pablo at first. Here's the pitch, swung on, pop fly to the left side, now to play. So that'll be strike 2 on Crandall. Out in the outfield, we have Chaley Vicente out in left, Taylor Morgan in center, and Brenna Vicente in right. And for the Bulldogs, of course, Crandall now with a 1-2 count at the plate. Number 2, center fielder Presley Skinner on deck, and number 22, the second baseman, McKaylee Morion, coming up. And that ball is low and outside, bounced, in fact, in the right-hand dugout, the right-hand batter's box. So the count goes to 2-2, and I'm going to say something after this pitch. 2-2 the pitch. Foul tipped it, just missed that pitch. I think it was a changeup, and she did get a piece of it, so the count remains 2-2 as it fouls back to the net. So, Gene, we were talking on the way up here to Albuquerque today about the live well and all those things. And I
your fishing terms.
My fishing terms. And after this pitch, I'll explain. All right, here's the 2-2. Swung on. It's a pop fly in the infield, and the third baseman will step up and make the play. Adriana Lynn, the third baseman, wears number 99 on her jersey. That is out number 1 on the fly out, and that'll bring Presley Skinner to the plate. Presley always batting from the left side as well. McKaylee Morion on deck and Perseus Aguilar, the catcher, in the cleanup spot. We've seen this lineup all season long and very effective. One out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch from Haynes, low and away. Ball 1. So anyway, when you hear me, Bulldog fans, if you hear me use fishing terms, because I'm a fisherman and I'm just kind of being silly really, but you heard me say live well for the stands. The live well are full here as that pitch broke over the plate, similar to the pitch that Crandall struck out the last batter on. That's called strike 1, as it started out outside and then came across the corner of the plate to the left-hander, Presley Skinner, the left-hand batter. Here's the pitch, swung on, popped out a play back and over to our left for strike 2.
Oh, you fish. You're Pecos Valley Bassmasters. You love to go fish, and so folks, I guess, are picking on you a little bit there with all these fishing terms for the different things around a baseball park.
Maybe. They might be. Some people might say, what is he saying? All right, here's the 1-2, low and away for ball 2. 2-2 now the count as McKaylee Morion warming up over in the on-deck circle in front of the first base side dugout for the Artesia Bulldogs. Perseus Aguilar, the catcher. She's on in the hole. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 3. Called it. Could have caught the outside corner. So first strikeout of the ball game for S.J. Haynes, and that'll be 2 outs in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring to the plate the 8th grader, number 22, second baseman, McKaylee Morion. On deck, Perseus Aguilar, and in the hole, the first baseman, number 14, Brooke Kennebrew for the Bulldogs. So a 2-out rally, here's what we need. Get some runs on the board as S.J. Haynes goes back to work. First pitch, low and in, ball 1.
Morion hitting .317 coming into the game. 21 RBI.
All right, she steps back in on the right side. S.J. Haynes ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Another either a changeup or a curveball. She fouls it off to the right side into the netting behind home plate. That's strike 1. So one thing about Haynes' curveball is it's a lot slower. To give some comparison to everybody listening, it's a good curveball. It definitely has a break. It's a lot slower than what we see from our pitcher. That pitch inside, ball 2, down and in. 2-1 now to Morion. She's just a freshman as Haynes, and obviously has had a great year as she has led her team in pitching to this state title game. There's that curveball.
There it is.
And Morion swings and misses for strike 2. So 2-2 the count as McKaylee will step back in. And that ball just coming up, they're kind of floating up there. And I'm not sure if that was a change or had some movement on it to the outside. It looked like a curveball from where we're sitting. We're not directly behind the plate, but good spot here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. She dropped it. McKaylee will start the first, but that will be thrown down. That's the second strikeout in a row. She strikes out the side. So the Bulldogs go down 1-2-3 as well. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played one full here at UNM Lady Softball Stadium, and the Bulldogs and the Bengals are all tied up 0-0.
Uh-oh. Has hunger disrupted your nice night in? Let dinner be delivered straight to your doorstep with Bulldog Delivery. Let your nice night in stay a nice night in. Have your food delivered today. Call 513-1945. That's 513-1945. Bulldog Delivery. Bringing dinner to your door.
Hey Bulldog fans, I'm Pastor Nolan Frederick with Catalyst Church. We're cheering the Bulldogs on to another victory, and we would love the opportunity to tell you about the victory you can have in Jesus Christ. I invite you to join us at Catalyst Church on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. The dress is casual, the teaching is helpful, the music rocks, and your kids will have a blast. We hope to see you this Sunday at Catalyst Church at 13th and Hermosa in Artesia. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back to Albuquerque, New Mexico State for a softball championship. No scores. We head to the second. Here's Joby.
Center fielder Taylor Morgan wears number 9 on her white jersey. steps in on the right side. Bulldogs on the corners playing up in the infield. Outfield playing about normal. And that pitch misses high for ball 1.
Morgan, .692 average. 45 hits, 39 RBI, 20 doubles.
Here's the pitch, and that is called ball 2, just missed down. So 2-0 the count. Number 3, I think I wrote her name down wrong. I'm trying to find it over here. Caitlin Pablo on deck. She's I'm not number 3. She's the first baseman, number 15. Here's the 2-0. High. Ball 3. So this ump with a pretty tight strike zone, which is probably pretty standard at the state championship game. The 3-0 here to the batter. Number 4 hitter in the lineup, Taylor Morgan, the center fielder. She steps back in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Right down the middle, called strike 1. Oh, no, he called that a ball?
Yeah.
Whoa, I saw Prosesco. I don't know what to say. I don't either.
Yeah.
That was wow. Okay, so the first walk given up.
Only the 8th walk issued by Crandall this entire season.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where that one missed, Gene. It was straight down, I guess low maybe. All right, Persea sets up on the outer corner to number 15, Caitlin Pablo. First pitch, snap throw down, not in time. Ball 1.
No, she's just going to have to come down the middle, I guess.
Well,
I mean, she's really good at hitting her spots and nibbling around the corner. She's just got to figure out where those are.
Well, that takes a minute with a new umpire. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her on a changeup. Way out in front of that one. Strike 1. On deck is Steph Charlie, the catcher. And in the hole, the shortstop, Savannah Watson for the Gallup Bengals. One runner now on base with the opening walk here in the top of the second in the form of the cleanup batter, Taylor Morgan. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her on a curveball. As she swung over the top of it, curved from the middle of the plate out. She took a kind of a wave at it. 1-2 now the count to Pablo, the first baseman. Caitlin Pablo, number 15, and Steph Charlie on deck. Over in the batter's on deck circle. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fastball. Called strike 3. Caught the outside corner, and there's the second strikeout of the ballgame for Riley Crandall, and the first out here in the top of the second inning. And that'll bring to the plate number 12, catcher Steph Charlie. She'll step in on the right side as well. Crandall gets her pitch from the coaching staff. Strike 1 called. Caught the outside corner with a fastball. 0-1 now the count. As the shortstop, number 11, Savannah Watson in the on-deck circle. Chaley Vicente, the left fielder, in the hole here. We're in the top of the second, 0-0. Opening walk here in the top of the second has the first base runner of the game down at first. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 to Charlie. Bulldog defense, Morrison, Skinner, Tucker left to right. Jimenez, Carlo, Morion, and Kennebrew from third to first. Aguilar behind the plate and Crandall in the circle. Here comes the 0-2. Aguilar sets up on the outside. The pitch is there. It's too far out. Snap throw down, not in time. Persea is throwing it down every other pitch or so. Ball 1, 1-2. She did not chase that outside offering. Made that ball pretty much unhittable, Gene, just trying to get her to chase. So 1-2 now the count. Definitely a pitcher's count. She can do that again, try to get her to chase something or fool her with a change or a curve. The pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 3, and that's out number 2 here in the inning. As that looked just like the plain old fastball. Well, it might have had a curve on it. Her curveball is still fast.
Yeah.
So that one looked like it had a little movement on it. Strikeout number 3 in the ball game, and that brings the shortstop, number 11, Savannah Watson, to the plate, also batting on the right side. As Crandall again gets her orders from the bench on what the next pitch is. Aguilar sets up on that outer corner again. First pitch is there, called strike 1. Caught that corner. She can put that pitch right there, and it looks like maybe the zone spread out a little bit here for this umpire, which I like to see. Catch those corners. All right, Aguilar sets up out there again. The pitch, again, it's out there this time too far. So 1-1 now the count to Watson.
Watson, like the Bulldogs team, she's one of 3 seniors on the Gallup team. Bulldogs have 3 seniors on their team.
All right, here's the wind and the 1-1. Swing and a pop fly out of play on the right side. That'll get over the fans over there. So that's strike 2, 1 and 2. Chaley Becenti on deck, and Adriana Lynn, the third baseman, in the hole. That's the 8 and 9 hitters here in the lineup for the Gallup Bengals, as the 1-2 count is where we're at. Savannah Watson steps back in. Aguilar sets up on the outside corner. The pitch is low. They got her. Well, she almost ran to second base. She was going to run like we saw the Bulldogs do the other day.
And I think Aguilar lost her balance just a little bit. Otherwise, she would have thrown the ball because they had her off the base.
But she was going to go to second, so it would have been a play at second base. But you're right. I think she did lose her balance coming out of her, off her knee, or to her knee there from her catcher stance to throw it. Kind of came out of it funny. All right, so here's the 2-2. Swing and a chopper down the line, foul on the left side. So coming up and fielding, it was Nicelle Jimenez, but foul ball on the slow roller, kind of a power bunt. So the full swing, but all right, so the count remains 2-2, and everybody will reset as Nicelle playing up anyway. Backing up over there from where she has been playing with is Brooke Kennebrew on the first base line. She's playing about even with the bag. Outfield playing normal depth and straight away. Here's the 2-2, swing and a miss. She got her. And the
first base was occupied.
It was occupied. I don't think you can run, but she did. So that is a strikeout. That's the third of the inning and the fourth of the ball game. And that will end the inning. One runner, but no hits, no errors, and one runner left on base. We remain 0-0 live from UNM's softball stadium.
A reminder. Countdown, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
I'm tired of telling you, just because you're in the new zero-gravity recliner from Castle Rentals doesn't mean you're going to blast off into space.
I can't hear you, co-pilot. Look there. I think we're passing Saturn.
Castle Rentals in Artesia has all new zero-gravity recliners in stock now. While you're there, check out how to win an all-new 55-inch flat screen just in time for the big game. Castle Rentals, 2616 West Main in Artesia.
Does your insurance agent treat you like family?
Insurance Corporation is programmed to build interpersonal relationships with members of family units. We communicate on a four-name basis with all customer numbers.
Only a human who knows you can create a plan that's right for you. That's why for 80 years at Farm Bureau Financial Services, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
I'm Brandon Williams, Artesia's local Farm Bureau agent. Call us today, 746-2171.
What a beautiful afternoon in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 82 degrees, partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze. Perfect day for state championship softball. We're going to the bottom of the second inning, no score. Here's Joby.
Perseus Aguilar, the number 4 hitter in the lineup, the catcher for the Bulldogs, sees the first pitch, called strike one. See that? Well, I'm not going to debate with the umpires. Strike one, called.
We've been so good. We've been so good this year.
I know, and I'm going to stay that way. All right, so 0-1 to Perseus. The pitch, and she hits it into the air out to left field. The left fielder will come on and make the play for out number 1 on the pop fly. And really, that's what that was. She kind of got under that pitch, almost a golf swing. It was a low pitch, and she hit it up into the air, kind of like a pitching wedge, and that is out number 1. And that brings the first baseman, Brooke Kennebrew, number 14, to the plate from the left side.
Is that the first hit into the outfield today by either team?
Yes. First pitch. Called strike one on the outside corner, so it looks like he is widening his zone. I like it. As that to the left-handed Brooke Kennebrew was on the outside edge. 0-1 the count. The wind in the pitch. That was out there as well, but this time not a strike. That's okay. 1-1 the count. On deck is the left fielder, number 5, Kenna Morrison for the Bulldogs. And the shortstop, number 12, Kenzie Carlo, is in the hole as the Gallup Bengals playing pretty much straight away and kind of shallow against the Bulldogs. That pitch is low and away for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Defensively for the Bengals, Haynes is the pitcher, Charlie the catcher, Pablo and Lynn on first and third, Lincoln and Watson second and short. Here's the pitch, swung on. That's a little flare off the left side, goes into the dugout, the top of it over on the third base side for strike 2. 2-2 now the count to Brooke.
She is, I know this sounds so sad, this is her last game. She's a senior, along with Presley Skinner, who is starting the game in the outfield.
All right, so Brooke steps back in. 2-2 the count. And Steph Charlie, the catcher, and the pitcher, Haynes, look over at the dugout. Now they get their pitch. This pitch is high, for ball 3. So full count now for Kennebrew, who's having a really good at-bat here. She's fouled off 2 or 3 and has drawn a full count. She'll step back in, trying to get something going for the Bulldogs offensively. They have not yet had a runner on the base path. Here's the pitch. High, and that's ball 4, and that is the first runner on the base path. And she draws the walk and the trot down to first base. Ball got by the catcher, but pretty short as backstop here, as it is at most softball fields, so no chance to try to go to second. All right, so that'll bring Kenna Morrison to the plate, the left fielder for the Lady Bulldogs. And the first pitch she'll see from Haynes is a bunt down the first baseline. Great bunt. The first baseman will tag her out. She was charging all the way. That's Caitlin Pablo over there. And that's out number 2, but the sacrifice bunt moves Brooke Kennebrew into scoring position for the Bulldogs, and that'll bring to the plate the shortstop, Kenzie Carlo.
Coming to the plate for the Bulldogs, shortstop number 12, Kenzie
Carlo, another one of our freshmen, batting .361. She's got 61 at-bats, 22 hits, 8 RBI.
She's going to flare it off to the right side, and the first baseman will catch it over there in foul territory, just between first and third. So the runner is stranded at second base. We have no runs on no hits. There was no errors. There was one runner left on base. So they've mirrored inning to inning, exactly each other. 0-0 as we're at top of the third coming up.
When I was young, I thought I had forever to prepare for retirement. But as the years went by, retirement got closer and closer. Well, I wish I'd have started saving 10 years earlier.
How you spend your retirement depends on what you do now while you're still working. We've helped a lot of area seniors prepare for retirement. Stop in and see us about saving for yours. Western Bank of Artesia. We're big on you. Member FDIC.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but the Moderna COVID vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
Got a real pitcher's duel going on here in Albuquerque. Each team has had a base runner, but that's been it.
Via a walk each side.
Via the walk each side. We are going to the top of the third inning. No score. Gallup at bat. Here's Joby.
Number 8, Chaley Vicente will step in, the left fielder, batting on the left side. Bulldog defense playing straight away. Well, I say that. Second baseman and shortstop fading towards first and third, and their first and third baseman really coming in. Hop fly back out of play to the left side for strike 1 to Vicente. On deck is the number 9 hitter in the lineup, number 99, Adriana Lynn, third baseman. And then we're back to the top of the order. S.J. Haynes, the pitcher, is in the hole. 0-1 the count to Vicente. The the left fielder. Here's the pitch. See, that pitch was a strike a while ago, and now it's not, but that's a little bit high for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Perseus Aguilar, the catcher. Riley Crandall pitching. Kenna Morrison out in left. Presley Skinner in center. And Riley Tucker in right. Here's the 1-1 coming up. Swung on, hit to the left side, out of play as it slices over by the little flare over there to the third base dugout for strike 2. Nisel Jimenez at third, Brooke Kennebrew at first, Kenzie Carlo at short, and McKaylee Morion at second base. Kenna Morrison in left, Presley Skinner in center, and Riley Tucker in right. Very similar lineup to what we've seen all year for these Lady Bulldogs. What got them here. And the count now 1-2. The pitch is swung on again, flared off to the left side and out of play over the dugout this time, which the last one was 2, but not quite as deep. So the count remains 1-2. To Vicente, and you notice we've got 2 Vicentes in the lineup, the right fielder and the left fielder. Brenna Vicente wears number 1 and is playing right field and bats second, and Chaley Vicente, number 8, playing left field. Also batting left-handed, both of them. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Man, what a pitch. She took off a lot of speed. I talked about Crandall's curveball having some speed. That time she really took it off, and in fact, that may have been a straight change, but it had a drop to it. That is a strikeout, and that is out number 1 here in the top of the third. The 5th strikeout for Riley Crandall in the ballgame.
You know, something else we haven't mentioned, Joby, the college softball field's a little bigger field than what we're used to seeing on the high school fields.
So number 99, Adriana Lynn, plays third base. She just tried, she's showing bunt, and then she did the slap swing, the slap run swing for strike 1 as she swung through the pitch. 0-1 the count. Yeah, 205 on the corners, 225 out in left center and right center. They got it marked out there. She does the same thing, this time fouling it down the third base side toward the dugout over there, or the visiting dugout for strike 2. On deck is the pitcher, number 5, S.J. Haynes. She's the top of the order. As you said, Gene, we've had both teams, the innings were mirrored almost exactly, with one exception. We're getting strikeouts, and they got us on ground outs and pop flies defensively. All right, so here's the 0-2. She did not swing. It was a fastball up. Looked like one of those risers for ball 1, and she was moving and getting ready to slap and held her bat back. So she'll step back in with a 1-2 count. That's Adriana Lynn, the third baseman. Interesting number, 99 on her jersey. Here's the pitch, swing, and it's a little grounder to the second baseman, Mordion, and she gets her. She is out at first. Good play there, and playing it just right. I mean, I talked about that. The third baseman, Kenzie Carlo, and the second baseman, McKaylee Morion, really crowding towards the lines, more so than they have all year. So they've obviously got something going here with the as Coach Crandall was out talking to the head umpire, asking something.
You know, it was a close play down at first. I don't know if they. I don't know. I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was either. It wasn't. So that's the second out. Now we're back to the top of the order. The pitcher, number 5, S.J. Haynes, who is 0 for 1 in the ballgame with a strikeout, will step in on the left side. Perseus will set up on the outer third. Strike 1 called right there where she set up. And so that is 0-1 now the count to Haynes as she'll step back in on the left side. She did not try to slap bunt or slap hit that time. She did her first at bat. Here's the pitch. Oh, got her with a curveball. Man, and she took something off of it. And out in front, kind of almost waving at it as she realized she's too early for strike 2.
We must have said Riley Tucker. It's Haley Tucker.
Did I say Riley?
Well, apparently so.
All right, it's Haley. I knew that. Sorry about that. And she swings at strike 3, which was outside to throw down. And that's another strikeout, and that is out number 3 in the inning. So strikes out the side does Riley Crandall. Haley Tucker out on the left. Sorry about that, fans. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 2.5, and our score remains 0-0. The Bulldogs home half coming up.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location, too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Hi, Cambria here from your Artesia KFC Taco Bell. As a mother of 2 young boys, I know how hard dinner time can be. So let us take the stress out of your day and do the cooking for you. Come try our $35 fill-up meal. It includes 8 pieces of original recipe chicken, 10 extra crispy tenders, sides, biscuits, and a half gallon of lemonade or Pepsi. It's everything you need for a complete family picnic. We hope to see you soon at your local Artesia KFC Taco Bell.
The lobby is open. Come dine with us at your KFC Taco Bell in Artesia. State Championship Saturday on KSVP. Audio only on KSVPTV.com, YouTube, Facebook. Glad you're listening. We appreciate you listening. We know there's another option for you to watch, and many of you probably are watching out there. But if you're listening with that, we do all season long. You guys have been great following us here on the radio and on the TV, and we thank you so much. Let's head to the bottom of the third inning. No score, Joby.
DP Bianca Baeza steps in. First pitch called, strike 1. Right across the inside third of the plate, which was where the catcher Charlie had set up. So 0-1 to Baeza. She's the DP, wears number 24 on her black jersey. Haynes ready to go, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It might have been a riser there. 0-2 now the count as Haley Tucker, the right fielder, number 1, stands in the on-deck circle. And then we're back to the top of our order. Riley Crandall in the hole. All right, here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that is out, number 1, and the second strikeout issued in the ball game by S.J. Haynes. And that'll bring to the plate the number 9 here in the lineup, playing right field, number 1, Haley Tucker.
Right field, number 11, Haley Tucker.
Another one of our freshmen, Joby.
Yep. We've got, I think, 5 freshmen starting, I think. All right, here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And the pitch is not overpowering, Gene, for everybody listening, but she has good movement. She has a definite change between her curve and changeup and her fastball. I would say nowhere near the fastball of our pitcher, but still good changer. And there's that changeup, and it missed away to the right-handed batter, Tucker. So the 1-1 now the count as Crandall stands on deck and Presley Skinner in the hole, top of the order for the Bulldogs. So Haynes is pitching in, Steph Charlie the catcher. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back to the net. Just missed that pitch. 1-2 now the count. The outfield is Chaley Vicente in left and Brenna Vicente in right. Taylor Morgan in center. Adriana Lynn at third, Savannah Watson at short, Catherine Lincoln playing second base, and Caitlin Pablo first base for the Gallup Bengals. 1-2 the count. The pitch swung on, pop fly back to the net, and so the catcher won't get to catch that.
You know, it's interesting, Joby, we're up here at the top of the bleachers behind home plate, and there's really big breeze that's kind of come up behind us. But looking at the outfield flag in center field, it's just now shifting around and picking up. So there must be some swirls and pockets of air that
are happening.
Yeah.
Another pop fly back, and that's going to get over and back to us and hits our radio guys down right from us.
Yay!
Did he act like he caught that?
Yeah,
he
he
held
did.
it up.
Souvenir.
Throw it back.
That's Sammy C., who did some games for us, made the catch.
That ball is inside and low for ball 2 to Tucker. 2-2 now the count.
I had this umbrella was going to protect us, Joe.
Well, theirs protected them. It kind of went through the umbrella, but it definitely knocked down the speed of it. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's it. Well, goodbye.
Foul ball.
Oh, was it foul? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Now the umpire's right down the line.
I know, but
you can't see it.
I can't see it. Oh, my goodness. She hit that a ton. I had just said she just missed one earlier, and that time she stroked it far down the left field fence. It went out of the ballpark, I believe, but
no, it was in the ballpark.
Oh, it hit that tall wall out there where the
scoreboard is. Yeah.
She hit that on a rope, and I thought it was gone. It's a foul ball, so the count remains 2-2.
How about this one?
Yep, here we go. The pitch swung on, and she got her with the curveball out in front of it, and that's a strikeout, and that's out number 2. And you can hear the Gallup fans. We're surrounded over here, Gene, where we're sitting by Gallup fans.
Yep.
All right, so we're back to the top of the order. Riley Crandall, who flew out her first time, she popped one straight up almost. So anticipate she has her timing down. It would be my anticipation. We'll see. She's 0 for 1 in the ball game as she steps in here to start the 2-out rally for the Bulldogs. Here's the wind and the pitch from Haynes. Swung on. She popped it up again, a mile high, and that will get out of play into another umbrella over there on the right side. All right, so the count now on 1. She just missed that pitch, popped it straight up and back.
Oh, that swing was
big. She took a cut.
And just popped it up, but that demonstrates the movement that these pitchers have.
That's high over the catcher's outreach glove as she come out of her stance, tried to catch it. It goes back to the net. So 1-1 the count now to Crandall. On deck, Presley Skinner, and in the hole, Michaeli Morion.
And, second time through. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, Crandall's going to see the same thing when she goes back out into the circle. But now we've had 9 batters take a look.
That ball is high for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Good fastball there from S.J. Haynes. But too high. Crandall did not even start to swing. She looked it through and decided it was too high up in the eyes. 2-1 the count. The pitch. That's a rope down the right field line. And she will be at first base safely. The right fielder heads that play up there by Vicente because it was hit so hard. She fielded it and then fired it to first base, but not in time as Crandall wasn't messing around. So there's our first hit of the ball game for either team. And Crandall now stands at first base. She started the 2-out rally. Presley Skinner, the ever dangerous Presley Skinner, steps in On the left side, 0 for 1. First pitch, inside, ball 1 on the fastball. Would not surprise me a bit here to see her find that just like Crandall did, and hit this hard somewhere.
Well, up until that hit,
the pitch, she took something off of it. It's a hard hit. Great play by the second baseman as she dove to her left. That's Catherine Lincoln. You hear the Gallup fans. Yeah, she made an outstanding play to keep that from going into the outfield. She dove towards first base, fielded it, gets up and fires it over to the first, and that is, even with the speedy, she hit it so hard she didn't even have a chance. Presley Skinner is out number 3. So there was one hit, but no runs, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We've played 3 full, 0-0.
When that problem arises, one call to Crouch Plumbing and Heating is all it takes. Crouch's plumbers and technicians are highly trained. No problem is too big or too small for Crouch. Whether you need a water heater replaced, a gas line run, a leaky faucet repaired, or your heater or AC serviced, Crouch can do it all. Your problem is their problem, till it's no longer a problem. Call on Crouch for timely response, quality workmanship at a fair price. Servicing Carlsbad and Artesia.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole.
Welcome back, folks. Softball action, no score as we head to the top of the 4th inning, Joby.
All right, and at the plate is number 2 hitter, Brenna Vicente, the right fielder. First pitch, she bunts, tries to, on the left side, and it goes foul back toward the net for strike 1. She's 0 for 1 in the ballgame. She was hit that chopper back to Riley Crandall back in the top of the first for the 1-3 putout. And that time she tried to bunt it down the third base line. Charging was Nisel Jimenez, but it was foul. And it was right over toward the Gallup dugout. All right, the 0-1 coming up from Crandall. Tries to bunt it again, strike 2. That was a running bunt that time. And that's 0-2 now as Crandall brought the heat. Perseus Aguilar catching, Nisel Jimenez and Brooke Kennebrew third and first. Kenzie Carlo and McKaylee Morion short and second. Outfield coming up. 0-2 pitch coming up here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. And the 6th strikeout issued by Riley Crandall through 3 1/3 innings. Catherine Lincoln, the second baseman, coming up. She popped flied out her first time up to our catcher, if I remember right. The count, so she's 0 for 1, and she bats from the right side. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 1 called out that outside corner. Morrison, Skinner, Tucker. I don't think I finished the defense. They're out from left, center, and right, respectively. 0-1 the count to Lincoln as she steps back in on the right side. And here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 2 or a little high. Looked like the identical pitch. I guess it was a little bit higher. 1-1 now the count.
Or maybe just a
tad outside. Could
yeah.
Been. This is Catherine Lincoln at the plate. The center fielder, Taylor Morgan, on deck. And she drew a walk. She's been the lone Gallup runner. All right, here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 2 on Lincoln. Again, the Bulldogs playing outfield pretty much straight away and with some depth out in center. Right and left playing about normal, but the infield's really shading toward the line. All 4 infielders. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and out number 2 in the inning, and that is strikeout number 7 for Riley Crandall.
One of the things I noticed in the last half inning, we got the base hit and our hits in that last half inning were finally to the right. Everything that's been hit has either been fouled off or up in the air, has all gone to the left against both these pitchers.
Yeah. I was wrong. She has 8 strikeouts, and here's a chance for number 9 as the first pitch is low, I guess. Ball 1. Just missed low on that outside corner. Taylor Morgan at the plate. Caitlin Pablo on deck. And Steph Charlie, the catcher, in the hole for the Bengals. 0-0 here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Strike that time. 1-1 now the count on the outside corner with the fastball. So Crandall looking to strike out the side, of course, with 2 outs. 1-1 the count. Taylor Morgan backing on the right side. Perseus Aguilar setting up on the outside corner where she does a lot to either right or left-handed batters. And the pitch, there it was, and it's hit down the line right side. Good hit, but behind it, and it tails into the fence down the right side line for strike number 2 on the long line drive strike. Foul ball. So 1-2 now the count. She was behind that pitch, and we may see a change here or a curveball. You're trying to gear up to get that fastball, and all of a sudden, we've said it all year, it's not fair. The difference between her changeup and the fastball is a lot.
That's right.
And you can't tell it coming out of the windup. It looks the same. All right, here's the pitch. There's a little hit up the middle. Nope, it's caught. So fading over to the left side on the little looper line driver is Kinsey Carlo, and that is, but they did put it in play. That is out number 3 on the fly out to the 6th position, the catcher. And so no runs, no hits, no errors. The score remains 0-0. Now it's our turn. Bottom half of the 4th coming up.
Get some mileage out of your tax return. It's a perfect time to think about your vehicle. New tires, brakes, an alignment, or even new wheels. We know that being there is what matters most. That's why Michelin packs more innovation inside its tires to maximize performances without sacrificing capabilities. So you can continue to go the extra mile to be there for the ones who matter most. Our doors are open, safe, ready, and waiting. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Artesia Plumbing and Heating is your authorized Carrier air conditioning dealer. Home owned and operated for over 41 years. Artesia Plumbing and Heating installs residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioners. Artesia Plumbing and Heating handles your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier unit. Artesia Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs and Lady Dogs and wishes them the very best in this sports season. Artesia Plumbing and Heating, 746-3712.
Welcome back, softball fans. Albuquerque, New Mexico, 4A State Softball Championship, and it's a good one. No scores. The Lady Bulldogs bat in the bottom of the 4th. Joby?
Kaylee Morion looks at first pitch inside for ball 1. Here in the leading things off in the bottom of the 4th, McKaylee stepping in 0 for 1 so far in the ball game, and she struck out in the bottom of the 1st. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Perseus Aguilar, the catcher, number 15 on deck, and Brooke Kennebrew, number 14, the first baseman for the Lady Bulldogs in the hole. Haynes has pitched a great game. That's the pitcher. And here comes the right-hander's pitch. It is change up, and she hammers it down the line. Foul for strike 2. It was kind of low, Gene. She waited back on that, not quite long enough as she hits a scorcher ground ball down the third base line. Foul.
Coach Polito had to
get out of the way.
Out of the way from that one.
Did a little skip hop, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
All right, so 1-2 now the count to McKaylee as she steps back in on the right side. Here's the pitch from Haynes. And that's high. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count. So, Gene, we took a picture with your hat, right?
Yes.
And so
did you share that?
Oh, I did. And I'm
Okay.
getting a lot. I asked for names, and I said the winner gets $100 from Gene Dow. Here's the pitch. Oh, and she swings and misses. She chased that one, Gene. It was up in her eyes. That is a strikeout for out number 1 here in the inning as McKaylee goes down swinging. Third strikeout issued by Haynes here in the ballgame, and that'll bring the cleanup batter, number 15, catcher Perseus Aguilar. We got to witness something live this year. Perseus hit a natural cycle, and I'll talk about that here in a minute this year. This pitch is low and in, a change-up for ball 1. She went a single and a double in the same inning, her first 2 at-bats, and then she hit a triple and a home run her next 2 at-bats. And the home run was a walk-off as that pitch misses away for ball 2. So 2-2 now to Perseus, and that's rare. I think it's the rarest thing in softball, and I know it is in baseball. Hitting for the cycle is even rarer than a no-hitter, I believe. And baseball guys out there may correct me, but she swings at that one, hits it well, but it's going to be foul down the right side, gets over the right field foul ball fence line. So that is strike 1. 2-1 now the count as Brooke Kennebrew is on deck and left fielder number 5, Kenna Morrison, in the hole. So, Gene, I put our picture on my Facebook page and I said, I said, we're ready to go. Game's going to start. I said, name Gene with his nice attire. Give him a name, and here's the pitch. And that's going to bounce up there. Try to change up. Ball 3 now to Perseus. And I've got a bunch of names. I said that I'm kidding you. I didn't say you'd give them $100 for the winner. I said I would buy the winner a Route 44. So I'm going to owe somebody if we're going to have to pick the winner. Here's the pitch. That's ball 4 inside. So the Bulldogs get another base runner. Second walk issued by Haynes in the ball game. So with 1 out, that'll bring Brooke Kennebrew to the plate. She walked her first time up back in the second inning. So she'll step in here on the left side with a runner down on first base in Perseus Aguilar. And 1 out. Kenna Morrison on deck and Kenzie Carlo, the shortstop, in the hole as the Bulldogs look to get something going here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch right across the middle for call, strike 1. Looked like a little bit faster curveball that broke from the outside in, and that is strike 1 on Brooke.
She's got 7 doubles and 1 triple. So she didn't get into the home run derby, but she still has some extra base hits.
There's the pitch swung on. It's a pop fly on the infield. Will they be able to get to it? They will not, as it gets over the backstop on the left side for strike 2. Just missed that pitch. When you see those kind of go like that and back, a lot of times they just missed it.
Yep.
And so we saw that happen a minute ago with Riley, and then she stroked one to right field.
Yeah.
So maybe Brooke can find that as well. 0-2 the count. Brooke Kennebrew steps back in on the left side. S.J. Haynes the pitcher, and the pitch. Swung on, pops it right back to me, but I can't catch it. I might have if I'd have stood up, but I didn't want to. Goes over our heads here in the tackle box that we made. Gene has got our shade covering. He's holding it. He's running 16 different computers. He's a talented man. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. 1-2 now the count. Gallup wanted that called, but it was a little bit out. So 1-2 the count. I don't blame him. I like those outside strikes too. So 1-2 count as Brooke steps back in on the right side. Anyway, Gene is doing like 18 things. Y'all should see him. I may video it. Here's a pitch. Oh, and she got her to chase. Strike 3 on what looked to be maybe a curveball. That's strikeout number 4. She started it way outside. It started breaking in, and Brooke decided to take a cut at it. She swung through the pitch. So that's out number 2 with the left fielder, number 5, Kenna Morrison, coming to the plate. Kenna laid down a bunt earlier, but right here not going to do a sacrifice with 2 outs. First pitch she sees is a big-time changeup. She swung over the top of it for strike 1. Kenzie Carlo on deck and Bianca Baeza, the DP, in the hole.
She's in the 20s with her RBIs, 23 RBIs.
Morrison's going to hit that one down the first base line. It's picked up by the first baseman, Caitlin Pablo, and that is out number 3 on the unassisted play by the first baseman. Ground out to 3, and that is 3 outs. So the Bulldogs get no hits, no runs, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base via a walk, and the score remains 0-0. We'll be back.
0% for 72 months is all the rage in June at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're so excited to announce that GM Financial is offering 0% for up to 72 months for qualified buyers on your favorite models like the 2021 Chevy Traverse and Trax, as well as the 2021 Buicks. We do have inventory arriving daily and invite you to come in and put your name on your next new car, truck, or SUV before someone else grabs it up. So come see us today on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or buy online at GuyChevy.com.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Welcome back here to Albuquerque, New Mexico. We've played 4 innings already in just 49 minutes. We're going to the 5th inning. There is no score between Gallup and Artesia in the State 4A Softball Championship. Joby?
All right, at the plate for the Gallup Bengals is number 15, Caitlin Pablo, the first baseman. Just saw her field a ground ball and touch first base for the 3rd out at the bottom of the inning. And now in the top of the 5th, she will lead off. The first pitch, strike 1 called. It was a blazer on the outside corner. Man, that pitch had some heat coming across that outside corner. Pablo is 0 for 1. She struck out her first time, and she'll step back in on the right side. Riley Crandall pitching and Perseus Aguilar catching. Here's the wind and the 0-1. Same pitch, strike 2 called. Again, a heater, caught that outside corner. Nisel Jimenez at third, Brooke Kennebrew at first, Kenzie Carlo at short, and McKaylee Morion at second. Kenna Morrison out in left, Riley Tucker in right. I put Riley, it's not Riley.
Yeah, you wrote it.
I wrote it down wrong. That pitch just missed away. Tried to get her to come on out on that outside corner, and it is called ball. It's Haley Tucker. I wrote it down wrong. That's why I was saying it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Out in right field. So, and then I already said Presley in center. All right, so here's the 1-2. And she changed it up, and she did get a piece of it. She was out in front, but she was able to slow her bat down and get a piece of that pitch. So the count remains 1-2 to Caitlin Pablo. On deck is the catcher, Steph Charlie, and then the shortstop, Savannah Watson for the Gallup Bengals. Perseus sets up on that outside corner again. The pitch, swing, and a strike 3 as she swung and could not catch up to the heater. And that is strikeout number 9 for the pitcher, Riley Crandall, and out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. And that'll bring to the plate number 12, the catcher, Steph Charlie. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout here in the ball game. And so she awaits the pitch as, again, Perseus Aguilar sets up on that outside corner. There's that heater. And that is a strike as she swung and missed for strike 1. Savannah Watson on deck and Shaylee Vicente in the hole for the Gallup Bengals as the Bulldogs again playing tight on the lines really in the infield as both the shortstop and second baseman that way. Strike 2 called on that outside corner with another fastball and that one up in the strike zone a little bit. Strike 2 called. 0-2 now the count to Charlie. As again Crandall looks over as does Aguilar, gets their pitch out of the dugout. And now here is the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And so strikeout number 10 for Riley Crandall. And that is the second out here in the top of the 5th with Savannah Watson coming to the plate. Number 11, the shortstop. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and she'll step in for the second time to face Riley Crandall, the junior phenom pitcher for the Artesia Bulldogs. Really just phenomenal softball player all the way around is Riley. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right side, out of play. Hopefully it doesn't hit any wonders around over there.
Turn that off there.
As I see people wandering around out in the area between the baseball field and the softball field here at University of New Mexico. And the baseball game, I guess, going strong over there. Yeah. 5A playing.
5A championship. Okay.
Here's the wind in the 0-1. Swing. Oh, curveball that she took a lot of speed off. And that is strike 2 as she swung over the top of that pitch. 0-2 now the count. On deck is number 8, the left fielder, Shaylee Vicente. And in the hole, third baseman, Adriana Lynn. 0-2 the count here to Watson as she steps back in on the right side. Crandall ready to go. The pitch, fastball, just missed. There was that outside corner, but just missed it. So it's 1-2 now the count. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning as Watson steps back in with a 1-2 count and the pitch. Got her to swing. She got a piece of that changeup.
Yep.
Fouls it off to the right side is into the net. So Aguilar will go pick that up and toss it back out. The count remains 1-2 to the batter. And we're in the top of the 5th, and the Bulldogs not normally having only no runs right now. So we come in the bottom half, try to get some runs going here in the state championship ball game. Gallup, a very good team. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike number 3. Throw down, didn't have to because the runner didn't go. That's the 11th strikeout issue for Riley Crandall. They go down in order, strike out the side, 3 outs. KKK, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're going to take a break, Gene. When we come back, we're going to talk about the names we've been giving you.
Okay.
For your nice look.
Pull! If you love to shoot, then sign up today for the Holly Frontier Charity Clay Shoot to be held at the Eddy County Shooting Range July 17th. 1 in 4 shooters win, mulligans, and perfect score available. There's tons of great prizes. All shooters receive a gun sleeve. Lunch will be provided. Shells not provided, but will be sold at the event. Participants must register online at artesiachamber.com. The Holly Frontier Charity Clay Shoot, July 17th at the Eddy County Shooting Range.
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gilf with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they made me the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground. So come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. Late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
Welcome back here to Albuquerque, New Mexico. State championship softball action. Lady Bulldogs and the Gallup Lady Bengals. Is that your drink?
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Gene.
That's okay. It just fell over onto my feet.
Almost in your shoe. Looks like I got a little bit of your shoe.
Got a little bit of my shoe. Hey, let's see what the Lady Bulldogs do here at the bottom of the 5th inning.
Kinsey Carlo to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is low and away for call ball 1. She is 0 for 1. If I remember right, she popped out to the left side. So Kinsey steps in 0 for 1 in the ball game and now has a ball. Here's the pitch. Just inside. Boy, I thought he was going to call it a strike, but that is ball 2. Gallup was looking for that strike on the inside corner.
Oh, yeah.
There's those things you were talking about, those snow cones. I didn't see them before. Yeah, they did look good.
They do.
All right, the 2-0 pitch coming up. Hitter's pitch, and that is low for ball 3. So 3-0 now the count to Carlo. On deck is Bianca Baeza, the DP, and in the hole, Haley Tucker, the right fielder. Here's the 3-0. Strike 1 called as she was taking all the way, and that caught the outer third of the plate to the right-hander, Kinsey Carlo. So we're in the bottom of the 5th inning, Gene. The score 0-0 here in the state championship game. The first batter for the Bulldogs, that is ball 4, low, and so a leadoff walk is a good thing. Standing first base is Kinsey Carlo, and that'll bring to the plate the number 8 hitter in the lineup, number 24, DP Bianca Baeza. She's 0 for 1. She struck out her first time through, so she'll step in on the right side with a lot of speed down at first base in Kinsey Carlo. Here's the pitch. She's going to square to bunt it, and she's unable to get it down. And so going back to first base with the second baseman coming to cover is Kinsey Carlo. So Baeza with strike 1 on the attempted bunt. Charging hard was the third and first baseman, Lynn and Pablo, respectively. Charlie, the catcher, sets up on the middle of the plate. Going to try to bunt. Oh, she bunts it up in the air. It's good. It's going to be a hit. It goes over the first baseman's head into no man's land because the second baseman was covering first base. So a pop fly bunt that the first baseman has go over her head. So you normally don't want to see that a bunt in the air, Gene, but in that case, it worked because it's a single. And that brings to the plate the number 9 hitter in the lineup, number 1, right fielder Haley Tucker. She struck out her first time, so she's 0 for 1, but she's got runners now in scoring position at second base with a runner at first as well, and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Biggest threat of the game for either team.
Tucker steps in, looks at ball 1 in the inside. So 1-0 the count. On deck is the top of the order, the really, really dangerous top of the order, Riley Crandall and Presley Skinner. In the hole.
And Joby, if you're going to pop a bunt up,
that's the time to do it. There's a little flare on the infield. That should be infield fly, and that's what they call. The first baseman catches it anyway, but the infield fly rule was in effect. That's out number 1, and that'll bring us top of the order. I mean, Riley stroked that ball a while ago, and if she does that again, we're going to see, well, I don't know. If it goes right to somebody, she may hold her at third because they've shown that they will fire that ball in, and you expect that. They're the number 1 ranked team in the state. They're going to have good defense.
Hey, every run opportunity is going to be special in this game, so you don't want to run yourself out of a chance.
All right, so Crandall steps in. She is 1 for 2 with a single, and the pitch. Swung on. Boy, she hit that a lot, but it's going to get foul. And so she hit that about a mile high over to the right side, way out in front of that fastball, and that is strike 1 on the long, high foul ball. She just missed it, Gene, I'm telling you.
Well, and she's been trying to get ahead on these hits. You know, her last at bat, she got that base hit to right field.
There it is. It's a base hit in the gap on the right side. The center fielder will cut it off. She's going to send her home. Going to third base is Baeza. She'll be safe. And a stand-up double for Riley Crandall. And the Bulldogs now lead 1-0. Runners at second and third, and only 1 out in the inning. So the double for Crandall, she hit that on a rope good job out there by the center fielder, Taylor Morgan, because I thought that was going to get to the fence and score at least 2. She got a good break on it and cut it off, but the Bulldogs are standing at and why is she calling time? She's begging for time.
Getting her
gear off.
Arm gear off at Crandall at second base. And what's interesting too is the center fielder didn't even think about coming home.
She went to third.
Went to third, and coach was sitting there, slide, and then she finally slid when she went into third base. But it was ahead of the throw. The throw was offline. And so we've got 1 in, 2 on, and
only 1 out. And now the ever dangerous Presley Skinner. She looks at ball 1 outside. The catcher, Steph Charlie, pump fakes it down to third base, telling the runner to go back. 1 ball to Presley Skinner, and she is 0 for 2, so she is due and likely to just pound one somewhere here. As they're going to call a timeout out in the field. The first, second, third, and shortstop going to talk. The catcher and the pitcher talking it over. Runners in scoring position at second and third for the Bulldogs on the double, the stand-up double for Riley Crandall. Crandall now 2 for 3 in the ballgame with the sole RBI, but Presley Skinner has a chance now for 2 RBIs. All right, here's the 1-0, and she flies it off to the left side and out of play. And again, the way she swung at that pitch trying to go to left field, just missed it from the left-handed batter. 1-1 now the count to Skinner. McKaylee Morion on deck and Perseus Aguilar in the hole as the Bulldogs lead 1-0. Bottom of the 5th. Here's a pitch swung on. That one would have went out of the ballpark. She fouls it straight back into the net.
Yep.
You see that. Their on timing is there. That timing is there. So that was a good pitch, but a good swing. It is strike 2. So 1-2 now the count as Skinner steps back in. Defense for the Bengals playing kind of shallow really out in the outfield. Here's the pitch. She hits that one high in the air.
Coming back to us
And out of play over the backstop. So again, she's got the timing down. She's just popping those pitches back. So
now we've got a breeze blowing in from center field. So.
Yep, got a breeze blowing in.
Been kind of swirling around today.
1-2 the count. Swing, and that's hit deep. Let's see, does it got the legs? It does not. It hits the fence. So going into second base and standing there with a stand-up double 2-run shot is Presley Skinner. I told you, Gene, she was on the pitch. Those 3 foul balls, she was on the pitch. She stroked that to left center field. Hits the fence, that wind probably, plus a little deeper, 225 here where she hit it. It hits the fence, and that is a stand-up double, the second in a row for the Bulldogs. That's 2 RBIs, and the Bulldogs now lead 3-0 with McKaylee Morion coming to bat, and we got a timeout call by the coach for Gallup. He's going to come out and calm down his team, and so we got a little time here, Gene, probably to talk about our names so far, and I want everybody out there that's friends with me on Facebook.
I have a hat.
Yeah, explain it.
With big brims on it, and I said to Joby before the game, I can't do the broadcast with this hat.
Yeah, and what I say?
You said, well, fold it up.
Yeah.
So I folded it up and put my headsets on, and all of a sudden, I'm the subject of photography people all over the place. Several people took my picture. You did.
Yeah.
You put it online, and when you asked people to come up with a name?
Yes, I asked it to name Gene with his attire. And so I'm going to tell you some of these names, although we're fixing to be back to players. So we'll just have to do it in a minute. Some great names so far. If you haven't had a chance and you're friends with me on Facebook, go to my page and give Gene a name. Look at his picture. He kind of explained it, but take a look and then give him a name. And, man, I can't believe I spilled my Dr. Pepper Zero. All right, runner in scoring position, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for McKaylee Morion. She is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So, again, she is due. I said that about every batter that's been coming up here because pitcher had them off kilter for a while, but now we've seen single, double here in this inning, and we now lead 3, and she's going to bunt it. She puts it down. Great bunt, and she is safe at first base, and Presley moves over to third. So a bunt out in front of the plate to the right side a little bit. The pitcher comes up to get it. The catcher was coming to. The pitcher, Haynes, fields it and looks at third. Probably too long, Gene, as McKaylee beats the throw down to first base. So still nobody out. Another single. And we have runners on the corners with Skinner standing at third base and McKaylee Morion at first, and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Perseus Aguilar. She just missed it. I'm telling you, the Bulldogs have got their timing down. She fouls that off to the right side. She was a little bit outside. She was going to right field with that, and the timing is there now. So we may see more of these kind of line drive hits.
Well, and the pitcher looked at third, probably not knowing that Skinner
was already there when she looked.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch, swung on. It's going to be not as deep as I thought. Coming up hard and going to get down in fair territory. Michaeli Morion will go from first to third to stand-up double as that ball floated out to left field, and it fell in front of the on-charging Shaylee Vicente, who tried to get to it, did her best, but just could not get there. And it was right on the line, Gene, probably a foot inside the line down the left field. And another run comes in. Now the Bulldogs have, and that's another double. So 3 doubles in the inning plus a single. That was an RBI double for Perseus, and the Bulldogs now lead 4-0, and runners at second and third. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed by Brooke Kennebrew. Brooke at the plate, and I got excited. I'm not telling you who's at the plate. She is 0 for 1 with a walk, and now has strike one here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out, runners at second and third. Kennebrew steps in. She's due. Let's see what she can do, and she looks at ball 1 high. So 1-1 now the count to Brooke.
Well, and the thing about that was a win. Just like the wind may have kept a home run for Skinner, that one knocked it down. I mean, the left fielder was coming in and probably would have made a play without the wind.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 for Kennebrew. So she'll step away from the box and gather her thoughts here.
It's like the bunt earlier.
1-2 to Kennebrew.
Perfectly laid down bunt, and the pitcher, if she had realized that was Skinner running, would have just gone to first, but instead looked at third, and as you said, Skinner was there.
The 0-2, she reaches out and stays alive as she hits it down the third baseline foul for just a foul ball, as the count will stay 1-2.
I was saying, because Coach Polito did not make the catch down there.
She made an attempt, but didn't make the catch. And I gave us, so Michaeli Morion stands at third. I had already marked her as scoring on my scorebook. So she stands at third. The score is 4-0. I might have said 5. 4-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on right back at the pitcher. She knocks it down and will go to first base in time. Good job there by S.J. Haynes, making an outstanding play as the pitcher, and hopefully she's okay. She got mostly glove on that.
Right.
It was a line drive right back at her. Got off the heel of her glove and bounced down, but she picks it up, fires it to first base, and that is out number 2 on the line drive.
Popped it up.
1-3, a pop-up on the right side. Nobody will get there. They gave chase to the catcher and the first baseman, Charlie and Pablo, but can't get there. So 1-3 on the put-out is out number 2, but the Bulldogs still here with 2 outs have their number 9 hitter in the inning, Kenna Morrison, at the plate, and then we're back to Kenzie Carlo, who led off the inning with a walk and a run scored. So Kenna Morrison, 0 for 2 in the ball game, steps back in with an 0-1 count. First, there's a pitch, swinging the foul tip into the glove for strike 2. 2 runners on the pond here, 2-out rally. What we need here, Gene, to get back, get another 2 runs as they'll be off running on the hit. Here's the pitch, swing the foul ball back to the net. That looks like she's got the timing down. Fouls it straight back into the net, so the count remains 0-2. Kenzie Carlo on deck and Bianca Baeza in the hole as the Bulldogs have come to life here. 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch, swung on, pop fly off to the right again, and out of play. So it'll be 0-2 to Kenna. Perseus Aguilar down at second with that double out to left field. And Morion standing at third as she singled. Here's the pitch, change up, and she got her. Actually, probably a curveball. So that does stop the bleeding. 9 batters batted in the inning, Gene. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 3 of which were doubles. We scored 4 runs on those 5 hits. There was no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. The score after 5. Are we in the 5th?
Yep.
We're going to the 6th.
Yep.
4-0 Bulldogs.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Artesia High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs!
Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
going to the 6th inning now. Lady Bulldogs have provided, and Crandall was part of it. A 4-run advantage now, 4-0 over Gallup going into the top of the 6th inning, Joby.
And at the plate is Chaley Vicente, the left fielder. She is 0 for 1, and she looks at ball 1 high, just out of the zone. Chaley struck out her first time back in the 3rd inning and now has 1-0 as the count. Adriana Lynn, the third baseman, on deck, and then back to the top of the order for the Gallup Bengals. S.J. Haynes, the pitcher, in the hole. Here is the 1-0 to the left-handed batter and bounces it up there on the left side for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count. Kenna Morrison remains out in left. Haley Tucker in right. Presley Skinner in center field. And I always say that, Presley Skinner in center. And it always makes me giggle inside. Thought I'd share that. All right, so 2-0 the count. And I'll get the infield here in a minute. 2-0. Here's a pitch. Swung on. That's a flare to the left side into the base of the into the dugout on the left side for strike 1. Infielders Nisel Jimenez at third, Kinsey Carlo at short, McKaylee Morion at second, and Brooke Kennebrew at first. Behind the plate, Perseus Aguilar and the pitcher, Riley Crandall. 1-2 the count to Vicente. The pitch, swing and a miss. Well, she went. She tried to stop her swing, but called strike 2 on the unable to check swing. So the count now goes 2-2 to Chaley Vicente. Adriana Lynn on deck for the Gallup Bengals. We're in the top of the 6th, and the Bulldogs lead 4-0. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got it with a curveball. Gonna fire it down to first base as she just fumbled it out of her glove, but the runner did not go. That's a strikeout. That's out number 1. And that's strikeout number 12 if I'm counting them. I'm going to count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I am writing them down right, Gene.
Yeah, good.
What do you know? All right, so now at the plate, another left-handed batter, Adriana Lynn, the third baseman. First pitch, she slaps it to the foul ball down the left side, over into the dugout, actually. The visitor dugout, her dugout, for strike 1. She's 0 for 1. She grounded out to the second baseman her first time up to McKaylee out at second base for the 4-3 put out. So she did put it in play, and she just slap hit that one down the line. Actually, on the left side, wasn't really down the line. All right, Aguilar sets outside. Here's the pitch, tries a running bunt, strike 2, and she missed it. So 0-2 now the count to Lynn, with Haynes on deck and Brenna Vicente in the hole, the right fielder for the Gallup Bengals.
Crandall came into the game today 181 strikeouts on the season,
which is bound to be leading the state. The pitch swung on, line drive down the left side, foul as it goes off the top of the visiting dugout over here on the third baseline. It bounces back into the field, and yeah, you may want to look at that. Change balls? Well, maybe not. Yeah, she thought about it. They got the left fielder for the Bulldogs, Morrison, threw it back in, and Crandall took a look at it and said, that's still good. All right, so 0-2 the count to Lynn, and the pitch. She did not put her bunt out there. She was trying that bunt, take off running bunt, and that is ball 1 as it was high. She pulled it back as she was heading down the line from the left side batter's box.
Well, you're getting down to your last at bat, so you've got to really start
thinking about getting runners.
Thinking about getting, how do I get on base if I've got a slap bunt, if I've got to, try to run one out.
Yep. And that's what that was, an attempt at, but she pulled it back, the slap bunt. All right, so 1-2 the count, which is surprising. She was showing that bunt with 1-2 count. This time she runs, swings, misses. That's strikeout number 13 and out number 2 in the inning, as Crandall continuing to overpower the Gallup Bengals. And that'll bring us to the top of the order. The pitcher, number 5, S.J. Haynes, to the plate. Boy, I was in tune with the PA that time.
Was that in stereo?
It was in stereo. All right, so Haynes 0 for 2 in the ball game with a pair of strikeouts. Steps in and tries to get something going here to help her own cause as the pitcher. The pitch, it was a heater. Goes to the shortstop. Kinsey picks it up, fires first, 6-3 the put out. Boy, she played that perfectly as she was standing, like we talked about, tight over toward the third baseline. That's exactly where she hit it. That is out number 3, 6-3. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. And the score remains 0 for the Gallup Bengals, 4 for the Artesia Bulldogs.
Hello, Bulldogs Bulldog fans, it's Martin from Frost Mortgage in Artesia, your local lender. While the Bulldogs are scoring high, your mortgage should be going low. Rates are at an all-time low, and it's time to cash in on it. So call Martin at 575-749-6278 to schedule your free consultation. Remember, you have a choice when it comes to your home financing, so don't be misled. Call Martin at Frost Mortgage today.
Frost Mortgage is a division of Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated and is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 3094.
Bulldog Pride is about family. It's about being the best both in the game and in the community. It's about giving your all and having your teammates back. This is Pastor Jason Perry, and here at New Hope Baptist Church, we can relate to the Bulldogs. Our church is a family, and we focus on allowing the Lord to be the best both in our church and in our community. Here at New Hope, we know it's a new year, and there's new hope for a new you. We're praying for Bulldog victory in the game and victory in your life through Jesus Christ.
All right, Joby, lay on some of these names for my hat.
Okay, so I'm going to have to do it quickly because we're ready to go here. Let me get them out, Gene.
All right.
So
going to the bottom of the 6th inning, Bulldogs lead 4-0.
Right.
I had my hat goofily folded up so I could put my headphones on earlier.
I can't get to it fast enough. You didn't warn me. That's okay. Here we go. We're in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch swung on, pop fly over to the right side for number 12, Kenzie Carlo, the shortstop for the Bulldogs. She walked her last time up and scored a run in the 5th. She led the inning off in the 5th, so she's leading off here in the 6th. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and she'll look at called strike 2 that time. Pop the inside half to the right-hander. On deck is Bianca Baeza, the DP, and in the hole, Haley Tucker, the right fielder for the Bulldogs. 0-2 the count to Carlo. Steps back in. The pitch, high for ball 1. So let's see here what I can find as we walk through this game. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 2, and the Gallup Bengals wanted that one called strike 3, but not called that way, so 2-2 now the count. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find my thread, Gene, and I'm just having a hard time.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Here's the 2-2, high and away, ball 3. So a good at bat here again for Kenzie Carlo. She did the same thing in the last inning as she earned that walk, and now has a full count after going down 0-2 on a foul ball and a strike called. The pitch swung on, hit well to right side, but it's going to be maybe a nope. She caught it in fair territory to the second baseman. That was not his well as I thought. It got a lot under it. A pop fly over to the right side for out number 1.
Second baseman called everybody off, and it was right there at the edge of the grass and the infield dirt and the foul line.
Yeah, it was all married together right there. All right, so that'll bring DP number 24, Bianca Baeza, to the plate. She's 1 for 2 and looks at a high, ball 1. As in fact, it was a high that got through the glove of Steph Charlie, the catcher. So 1-0 the count. She singled her last time up and scored a run. And the Bulldogs are now leading 4-0 if you're just joining us. We're in the bottom of the 6th here in the state championship game. Haynes shakes Charlie off, her catcher. Now the pitch, strike 2 called. That one caught the almost the whole plate. It was just on the outside third, I guess, and on the lower end of the strike zone. 0-2 now the count.
I think it's 1-1, Joby.
I'm sorry, 1-1. I put down the wrong deal there. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Now it's 1-2 to Baeza.
Yeah, the ball that came back to the screen was not a foul ball. It was
that high strike. That high
ball.
Yep. All right, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got her on a change. So that is a strikeout in the 5th dealt by Haynes. And now at number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that'll bring to the plate the bottom of the order, Haley Tucker. Haley is 0 for 2, so she is due. Like to see her get a base hit here and start the 2-out rally for the Artesia Bulldogs. All right, so swing and a miss for strike 1. She chased one out of the zone that time, did Haley. So up in her eyes, looked good. 0-1 the count. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I don't. That was one
suggestion.
For your name. Here's the pitch, swing and a chopper back to the net for strike 2. And I felt some Oh, there it is. It's some mist over here from our left side. I felt a little bit of mist. I was like, wait a minute. All right, forget the rules. If you like it, wear it.
That's right.
One.
That was against the rules, what I was doing.
The first one was by Carla Guerrero. The second one by John Faulkner. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball
1.
So 1 and 2 now the count to Tucker. On deck is Crandall and in the hole Skinner. Ronnie Jackson, he said Joby in the Flying Gene. Here's the pitch. High. That is ball 2, high and away. 2 and 2 now the count. Lisa Rutherford, she said Gene's turned up. I like it.
Turned up, yeah.
Turned up. Tara Caldwell said Gene's upside downer. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and she got her swinging and strikes out the side. So the Bulldogs go down 1-2-3. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 6 full, and the score remains 4-0 for the Bulldogs. We're coming up top of the 7th. This should be it, Gene. We can get another state title. We'll be back.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Lady Bulldogs 3 outs away from winning a state championship here in Albuquerque. Joby?
The right fielder, number 1, Brenna Vicente, steps in. She's 0 for 2. Grounded back to the pitcher and struck out. And she looks at called. Strike 1 on the outside corner to the left-handed batter. 0-1 the count. Catherine Lincoln, the second baseman on deck, and Taylor Morgan. They're in the meat of the order. 2, 3, 4 batters here where they need to be to get some runs. 4-0 the Bulldogs lead. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a fly ball down the left field side. Hits the pole. You couldn't do that again if you tried. 0-2 now the count as that fly ball hits the pole down the third baseline. It's got the netting tied to it.
Right.
So 0-2 the count. Let's see if she comes with a change, a curve, a rise ball, a fastball. Looks like Perses is going to set up out in the outside corner. And the pitch is a fastball there. And strike 3 called. Out number 1. We're 2 outs away, Gene. That's the 14th strikeout offered by Riley Crandall. And that'll bring to the plate the number 3 hitter in the lineup, second baseman, Catherine Lincoln. Also wears number 3, bats number 3 and wearing number 3 here in this ballgame on her white jersey with orange numbers. So 1 out, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip down for strike 1. By the way, the Bulldogs are leading. If you're just now joining us, you've missed a great game. Both teams we've seen some outstanding defense. We've seen some outstanding pitching, and then we've seen some clutch hitting by the Bulldogs, and they lead 4-0 here in the top of the 7th. As the home team in the state championship game, they don't get more than 4 or more runs. The Bulldogs won't even bat. Boy, he did call it a strike. So strike 2 on the outside corner with the heater. So 0-2 the count to Lincoln with Taylor Morgan on deck, the center fielder, and Caitlin Pablo, the first baseman, in the hole for the Gallup Bengals. Gallup has shown some outstanding defense so far in the game. The Bulldogs just found a way to get some to get some hits, and then that pitch misses away and high for ball 1.
Well, I think probably the hardest hit of the game was Crandall's hit that got those first runs in.
Yeah,
in the 5th inning.
Right, we'd gotten on with a single and a walk, and then she just hits one hard. Pop fly in the infield, and who's going to call off? Brooke Kennebrew says, nope, it's going to be called off by McKaylee Morion, and she comes and makes out number 2 on the pop fly in the infield. So we're down to our final out before we can say state champion Artesia Lady Bulldogs. But they still do got to get another out, and so we still got a game to play. And the cleanup batter for the Gallup Bengals, number 9, Taylor Morgan, the center fielder, will step in on the right side. She is 0 for 1 with a walk. She flew out to our shortstop on a little line drive back in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Strike one called on the outside corner. 0-1. On deck for the Bengals is Caitlin Pablo, and in the hole, Steph Charlie, the catcher. Bulldogs ready on defense. Bulldog fans standing up, clapping, wanting to get this strikeout and end the ball game. 4-0, top of the 7th. Bulldogs on top, and they are the home team. Here's the pitch, swung on, foul back to the net for strike 2. So we're down to our final strike here in the final out. 0-2 is the count to Taylor Morgan. And Riley Crandall walks back into the circle. Now we'll take a look over to the coach. And he calls the pitch. Bulldog fans clapping. 0-2. Perseus on the outside corner. The pitch. Just missed away. Ooh, I thought he was going to ring her up. That's ball 1. 1-2 now the count. That fastball outside for 1-2. Morgan will step back in. Right side. Very open stance. Perseus Aguilar sets up on that outer third. Now edges out. The pitch swung on, flared off to the right side, now to play. So new ball will come in. We'll stay at 1-2 as the ball comes in from the Bulldog dugout. We haven't talked about them, Gene, or you may have. I haven't. Great crowd here for both teams. Gallup brought a great crowd, as did the Bulldogs, and we're in the final out here, possibly, of the state championship game. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the left side, foul. Down the line, just a little slow roller out in front of that pitch. So the count remains 1-2. Battling here is Taylor Morgan, the center fielder. There's a reason why she's in the cleanup hole. She can hit the ball, so she's battling right now with a 1-2 count. Perseus sets up on the outside third of the plate to the right-handed batter. There it is, and that's called ball. I was going to say there it is. There's a fastball that missed away, I guess. 2-2 now the count. All right, so here we go again as Crandall takes a look. Good at bat here for Morgan. On deck is the first baseman, Pablo, and in the hole, the catcher, Charlie. If they can get a 2-out rally going, which is what they're going to want to do here. All right, here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul ball down the right field this time. Right field line this time goes out of play. So the count remains 2-2, and another ball will come in from the dugout. 2-2 the count. A lot of fans out in the outfield bleachers, and the infield bleachers packed here where we are at. And we call them the live well. Gene came up with that. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's a little flare. That's going to be a base hit as McKaylee Morion went and got it before it got out of the infield. But a single, 2-out single gives them hope as they're still down to their final out, but now have a runner at first base, do the Bengals. And coming to the plate is the first baseman, Caitlin Pablo. She is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and she'll step in on the right side, back in the back position of the batter's box, where she has batted each time she's been up. Crandall ready to go, runner first base. 2 outs, pitch. She stays, does not swing at that heater outside, so 1-0 the count on the ball. On deck is Steph Charlie, the catcher, and in the hole, the shortstop, Savannah Watson for the Gallup Bengals. We have 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th. The Bulldogs lead 4-0, and Gallup now has a runner. They got that little infield single standing at first base. First hit of the ball game. Swung on. That's a hit out to right field. That should end it, and that does, as Haley Tucker will catch it. The Bulldogs win their 3rd state championship in a row, 4-0.
Let the celebration commence.
Yep, the Artesia Bulldogs will get the win, 4-0, as they are out in the middle of the field now. Gene going to get the trophies will be handed out. Gallup will get the red. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs will get the blue. And from a very good Gallup Bengal softball team. And one thing also I failed to mention, I'm going to say this now. Artesia Lady Bulldogs win the blue today. Our Artesia Lady Bulldog track team won the red yesterday, had an outstanding track season. They come in 2nd in track. But the Artesia Lady Bulldogs right now get the blue trophy, and they're going to do the announcements ceremony now, Gene, and I'm going to start doing some adding up here.
All right, we'll take a break. The Lady Bulldogs, your state champions, again in softball in 4A, winning 4-0 over Gallup. We'll be back with more from Albuquerque right after this.
First American Bank's debit card manager, Brella, helps you to protect and control your debit card from the convenience of your mobile device. If your card is lost, you can pause it and then turn it on again when it's found. It's simple, easy, and fast to set up your debit card with real-time alerts, check your account balance and transactions, submit travel notices to the bank, and locate the closest ATM. Search your app store for Brella Card Manager. First American Bank, your community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Your pet is an important member of your family. That's why at Artesia Animal Clinic, we strive to provide complete care for your pet. Our services include dental, lab, preventative medicine, surgery, and ultrasound, along with herd health for our livestock friends. We also know how busy you are, so we'll do our best to accommodate your schedule. Meet our doctors and staff by visiting artesiaanimalclinic.com or just drop by our clinic at 110 West Mahone, across from the Artesia Ford Service Center. Artesia Animal Clinic, serving the needs of your pets and livestock 24/7, 365 days a year. We here at Sandy Stockton State Farm Insurance are joining our State Farm family in taking steps to make sure we can continue to serve you and maintain the health and safety of our associates. Please connect with us through our mobile app or at statefarm.com or by phone 575-748-1111. Our office is open once again, but with temporary hours, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, in order to comply with the social separation guidelines. If you have any questions, call us. Sandy Stockton State Farm Insurance Agency, 575-748-1111.
0% for 72 months is all the rage in June at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're so excited to announce that GM Financial is offering 0% for up to 72 months for qualified buyers on your favorite models like the 2021 Chevy Traverse and Trax, as well as the 2021 Buicks. We do have inventory arriving daily and invite you to come in and put your name on your next new car, truck, or SUV before someone else grabs it up. So come see us today on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or buy online at guychevy.com.
Welcome back here on the Guy Chevy postgame show, where the Artesia Lady Bulldogs are receiving their individual trophies as they have been announced as the state champions. Riley Crandall being announced right now. Gallup, of course, runner-up. 4-0 is the final score. Lady Bulldogs with the win. Joby, you want to take a look at some of the final stats from today's game?
I do. S.J. Haynes was the pitcher for the Gallup Bengals, outstanding freshman, and she had a good game, but just ran into an inning where there was a buzzsaw going for the Bulldogs. She ends up dealing 5 strikeouts. She gave up 2 walks, and she also gave up 5 base hits to the Artesia Bulldogs in the loss. And offensively for the Bengals, not much, as they ran into a buzzsaw for sure in Riley Crandall. The Bengals got 1 hit, and that came in the 7th, and they left 2 runners on bases. They drew a walk back in the 2nd, and then that 1 hit. So there was no runs off of that 1 hit. There was no Bulldog errors, and there was nobody left on, or 2 runners left on base. Riley Crandall, the pitcher for the Bulldogs, Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of New Mexico, gets the win. And the junior had 14 strikeouts, only gave up 1 walk, and threw a 1-hitter here in the state championship game. Offensively for the Artesia Bulldogs, Riley Crandall, the aforementioned pitcher, she went 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and an RBI, and a run scored. Presley Skinner was 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs and a run scored. McKaylee Morion, she was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Perseus Aguilar was 1 for 2 with a walk and a double and an RBI. Brooke Kinnebrew ended up going 0 for 2 with a walk. Kenna Morrison was 0 for 3. Kenzie Carlo was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Bianca Baeza was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. And Haley Tucker was 0 for 3 in the ball game. But the Artesia Bulldogs, on those 5 hits, they got 4 of them in 1 inning in the 5th. It was 0-0 to that point in the bottom of the 5th. They ended up getting the 5 hits out of their, actually they got 5 hits out of their 5. They got all 5 hits in the bottom of the 5th inning and got those 4 runs all there as well. There was no errors. and the Bulldogs leave 5 runners on base. So, Gene, just a fantastic season. The Bulldogs end up 21-2 on the season. They are the 2021 state champions in 4A. The Gallup Bengals had a fantastic season. They came in as the number 1 seed, did the Bengals over the Bulldogs. They end up 20-3 on the season. They were 10-0 in their District 1 4A. And so the Artesia Bulldogs win. They're getting their pictures taken now, and it was a fantastic season and a fantastic playoff run culminating in the state championship.
We're going to take one more timeout. We'll come back with some final thoughts on this season and school year. Bulldogs win 4-0 and are your state champions in 4A softball again, and we'll be back to wrap it all up after this.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Faith Baptist Church, like the Artesia Bulldogs, believes in having a winning attitude. We cannot be defeated because God is for us. While we hold strong to the Bible and its teachings, we recognize that we have a biblical mandate to reach people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. At Faith Baptist Church, they help take people from where they are to where God wants them to be. Join them at 10:30 a.m. Sunday mornings as we strive to fulfill our purpose for God. And to all the hardworking and outstanding Artesia Bulldog athletes, thank you for going above and beyond and for proving that character counts.
Edge Safety and Services, LLC in Artesia is looking for a responsible sales representative. Must be organized, be able to multitask, demonstrate leadership, and have great communication skills. Position requires a clean driving record, and you must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Position requires 3 years of sales experience and references. A valid driver's license will be required when submitting the application. Applications will be accepted in person at 2801 North Freeman in Artesia. Office hours are 8 to noon and 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, 575-736-1047. Equal opportunity employer.
Western Farmers Electric Cooperative is the wholesale power provider for Central Valley Electric. As energy efficiency, environmental standards, and other aspects of the electric utility industry change, it is important that Western Farmers understands the energy needs for today and for the future of CVE residential customers. You can complete this short residential survey at the CVE headquarters in Artesia, on our website, cvecoop.org, on Facebook, on SmartHub, or complete and return the paper copy you received in the mail. Your input is valued and much needed. Thank you.
All right, welcome back here to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we can celebrate a little bit here because the Lady Bulldogs are your state champions in softball, winning 4-0 over Gallup. And Joby, I just want to say how much fun it's been working with you and Robbie and our Isaiah before he left and moved up here.
Right.
All the folks that we've been working with throughout the year, our guys in Roswell and at Goddard, Sean Smalls for all of his opens and closes and production values, Mike Winters for keeping an eye on everything, making sure it produced, Tana for making sure all the commercials get on the logs and all the games get on the logs. It's a huge effort by a lot of people to make sure we get these games on the radio and on the internet. Our thanks to Cooper Henderson, the athletic director, Mr. John Ross Null, the superintendent, Thad Phipps, all the people with the Artesia Public Schools that, we all have the same vision. We want to support our kids, and we want everybody to be able to watch and listen to our kids play. And we didn't even know if we were going to have sports this year because of the pandemic, but thanks to the efforts of the schools, districts across the state, the NMAA, we got to play sports. We got to play football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, and softball.
And track.
And track.
Bowling.
Oh, yeah, all of them. Tennis, swimming. I mean, all the athletics. We even had to have some choir kids singing and some theater kids performing, and we got it in. Hopefully, in August, when we go back to school, we will have learned some lessons from everything, and we'll be back to a regular school year. But, Joby, I just want to thank you again for being the voice of the Bulldogs, and people love it when you call the games, and happy to work with you, and looking forward to getting right back here in August and doing it again.
I appreciate you, Gene, as well, and I wanted to expand upon what you said. You were talking about all of our Pecos Valley Broadcasting team, and that's what it is. It's an Artesia team effort. And of course, joining in with the coaches and the staffs and the superintendent, as you said, John Ross Knoll and Coach Henderson and everybody involved. So it's fantastic to be part of these traditions. And the Artesia Bulldogs win the state title today. Our bowling team won it earlier this year, so state champions there for Artesia High School. And our track team, girls track, yesterday win the red. So another successful year for the Bulldogs. And I always tell people I get to go call these games, and that's truth. It's a blast, and it's always great to work with you and everybody else. I want to real quickly tell everybody to go vote. The names are now in, so now you just go vote.
I have this hat. I put it on a headset over it. It looked goofy. Joby took a picture, posted it on your Facebook page.
Right.
What are people suggesting now?
Okay, so I said we need a name for Gene's fashion statement. Post in the comments, and the winner gets a steak dinner from Gene. No, gets a Route 44 from me.
Okay.
And we had several people answer. I'm going to go back through them. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't.
That's me.
That is Carla Guerrera.
All right.
John Faulkner says, forget the rules. If you like it, wear it.
That's right. Forget the rules.
Forget them.
The rules told me I couldn't do that. I did it anyway.
I was trying to tell him, folks, he was goofy. No, I didn't say that. Ronnie Jackson says, Joby, and the flying jeans.
Hey.
The flying jean with your... So it was a brimmed hat that sun catcher that he turned up.
Yeah.
Like a taco.
Yeah, so I kind of look like the flying nun, like Sally Field. You know?
Right. Okay, Lisa Rutherford says, jeans turned up.
I am.
And then she added, like a boss. Kind of like that. Tara Colwell says, jeans upside downer. So she thought maybe it looked like your hat was upside down.
That's good.
Jean Dow.
I like it.
Teresa Frost, sweat catcher. That's
well,
what
I
she
did.
called
It would have caught the rain instead of
catcher.
Yeah.
His head sweat pools in the upside down. She thought it was a visor.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like a visor. Shelby Vaughn, Spanky Magoo. Kind of like that one. Christine Swafford, the Bulldog King. And then she said, why? She said, because the upturned bill looks like a tiara. I wish she would have said the Tiara Queen.
No.
Oh, no. All right, so the Bulldog King. And then Hannah Jo Sandoval, formerly Baloo, now married Hannah Jo. She says, Joby, taking hit. Now, this kind of hurt my feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
I'm a little older than you.
You're a little older than me,
yeah.
But you look younger, Gene. Joby taking his son out for their first father-son fishing outing. So she called you. Your name was Joby's son.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm your son.
Crazy Hannah Jo. And then my wife tuned in, and she said, she kind of gave a little poem. She said, I wish I might catch a foul ball in my hat so bright.
It might have caught a foul ball.
It might have. There was one close to us. It hit Sammy C.
Sammy got it, not us.
So those were the names that were given. Facebook fans, everybody out there, listen, go to my Facebook page and vote for one of those. Just look at the comments, pick the one you like, and put it in the comments, and then that person is going to get to buy me a Route 44 for winning.
That's the best way to make it happen. And then we'll share who the winner is on Monday.
And then we'll share Monday morning. We'll be on the radio together, I think, Monday morning for a minute.
That's right.
And we'll talk about it at that point.
All right, folks, thank you so much. Thanks to our sponsors, too. I mean, It really would not happen if it weren't for the support of all of the advertisers. Many have been with us for a long time, many of which stayed with us through the COVID times.
Yep.
And we really do appreciate it because we weren't going to stop covering the Bulldogs. And because of your support, we were able to continue to do that the best that we can. And thanks to the listeners. You guys are great. We love hearing you when you pick on us. We love hearing, if there's things you want to tell us to fix or correct or whatever. And we always appreciate your comments. We have people all around the world watch and listen to Bulldog Sports on KSVP. And I can't think of anything else to do but to go watch a high school sporting event, put it on the radio, and put it on the TV. So until August, when we come back to do Bulldog football and volleyball, for Joby Hodling, this is Gene Dow thanking you for joining us. Joby, I've got to
have one call out, really to all of our fans, but I want to shout out to my Gaga. We love you.
Good night, everybody. Bulldogs win 4-0. We'll see you Monday.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting. Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com are presented by Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, KFC of Artesia, E&MU Roswell, Kane Electric Supply, Guy Chevy, Castle Rentals, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center, and Presbyterian Medical Services.